After 70, your body doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't send a warning letter. It just starts changing. Quietly, 5 specific shifts begin happening inside you, and most people don't notice them until something small goes wrong. A stumble on the stairs, a jar that won't open, a moment of dizziness that feels strange. And by the time they realize what's happening, independence is already slipping. You might feel fine right now. You might still be active. You might think this doesn't apply to you. That's exactly what most people think. But here's the truth. These changes are not about weakness. They're about biology. And biology does not negotiate. The good news? You are not powerless. Today, I'm going to show you the 5 silent shifts that begin after 70. What's really happening inside your body, and more importantly, what you can start doing today to protect your strength, your balance, and your independence. Because once you understand what's changing, you can change with it. And that makes all the difference. For more than 30 years, I've worked closely with adults over 60 studying what actually changes in the body after retirement age. Not in theory, not in textbooks, in real people, real lives. Over 8,000 patients have sat across from me. Different backgrounds, different lifestyles. Some exercised daily, some didn't. Some ate perfectly, some didn't. But here's what surprised me. The same patterns showed up again and again. The same quiet warning signs. The same small symptoms people brushed off. And the same sentence I've heard hundreds of times. I thought this was just normal aging. There is a difference between normal aging and preventable decline. Most people don't learn that difference until they've already lost strength, balance, or confidence. What I've learned after 3 decades is this. Aging follows predictable patterns. Decline follows predictable patterns. But so does recovery. When you understand what's happening inside your body, you stop reacting in fear, and you start responding with strategy. Everything I'm about to share with you comes from real clinical experience, real long-term observation, and real outcomes. Not trends, not internet myths, not overnight fixes, just patterns I've seen thousands of times. And the simple adjustments that consistently make the difference between staying independent and slowly giving it up. Frank was 73. 3 years earlier, he was the strong one in the family. He carried the groceries. He climbed ladders to fix things. He chased his grandkids around the yard until they were exhausted before he was. He told me he felt younger than his age. But when he walked into my office last year, something had changed. He moved carefully, slowly. He lowered himself into the chair instead of sitting down naturally. When I asked how he was doing, he paused before answering. Honestly, I don't feel steady anymore. It didn't happen all at once. First, it was a missed step on the stairs. Then a moment of dizziness when standing up. Then struggling to open a jar he used to twist open without thinking. Small things. The kind of things most people brush off. I'm just getting older, he told himself. But the turning point came one morning when he tried to put on his socks and had to sit down halfway through because he felt off balance. That's when it hit him. Not weakness, vulnerability. When he sat across from me, he looked frustrated more than scared. And he said something I've heard too many times. I wish someone had told me this would happen. Not because he wanted sympathy, because he would have done something sooner. He would have trained differently, moved differently, paid attention differently. Frank didn't ignore his health. He just didn't recognize the early signs. And that's the part most people miss. What happened to Frank wasn't sudden. It was predictable. And if you understand the pattern early enough, you can change the outcome. Thing number 1, your balance system starts failing. Thing number 2, your muscles begin shrinking faster than you realize. Thing number 3, your reaction time quietly slows. Inside your inner ear are tiny fluid-filled canals that tell your brain which way is up. After 70, that system becomes less sensitive. The signals get weaker. Your brain receives mixed information. And when your brain is unsure, your body sways. Margaret was 71. She didn't feel weak. She just noticed she reached for walls more often. One morning, she stood up from bed and felt like the floor shifted slightly. It lasted 2 seconds, but it scared her. A study from Johns Hopkins tracked over 2,000 adults over 70. Those who struggled to balance with their eyes closed were 5 times more likely to fall. Within 2 years. Try this right now. Stand up, hold onto a chair if needed, close your eyes, and see if you can balance on one foot for 10 seconds. When was the last time you stood on one leg without holding something? Every morning while brushing your teeth, Stand on one leg for 20 seconds. Switch legs. Do this daily. Your balance system adapts when challenged gently and consistently. 6 weeks later, Margaret told me she stopped reaching for the walls. She felt steady again. Nothing dramatic, just confident. The first 2 changes make you vulnerable. The next ones are what quietly take away independence. Losing strength is frustrating. Losing balance is inconvenient. But losing the ability to live on your own, that changes everything. Remember Frank? He ignored the small warning signs. The stiffness, the slower reactions, the near falls he laughed off. It wasn't a dramatic accident. It was a small fall in the kitchen. No broken bones, just shaken confidence. And after that, he stopped driving. Studies show that after one fall, seniors are significantly more likely to reduce activity. Not because they're physically unable, but because they're afraid. Be honest with yourself. Have you stopped doing anything in the past year because you felt unsure on your feet? When was the last time you avoided a staircase without a railing? Here's the good news. Independence rarely disappears overnight. It fades gradually, which means you can strengthen it gradually too. And this next change is the one you can actually reverse. After 70, your muscle mass declines faster than you think. Your balance system becomes less reliable, even if you feel fine. This doesn't mean you're fragile. It means your body needs different stimulation. This change is common and manageable. The problem isn't weakness. It's what weakness leads to: hesitation, slower reactions, and eventually reduced independence. The good news is your muscles respond to challenge at any age. Even 5 minutes a day can rebuild strength. Most people don't lose independence from a major event. They lose it from small, ignored changes. You are not too old to improve. Your body still responds. The difference between decline and independence is small daily action. If you only do 3 things starting tomorrow, forget everything else for a moment. Let's simplify this. 1. Sit to stand. Sit in a sturdy chair. Stand up without using your hands. Sit back down slowly. Do this 10 times. 2. One-leg balance. Hold onto a counter. Lift one foot slightly. Hold for 20 seconds. Switch legs. 3. Heel-to-toe walk. Walk in a straight line, placing one foot directly in front of the other. Take 10 slow steps. This takes less than 5 minutes. Do this at least 5 days a week. Every morning after brushing your teeth. Attach it to something you already do. This isn't about exercise. It's about getting out of a chair without fear. Walking into a room without hesitation. Staying in your own home longer. 6 weeks from now, you won't notice dramatic change. You'll just notice you feel steadier, more confident, more in control. Before we finish, there's one number I want you to remember. Falls are the leading cause of injury-related deaths among adults over 65. But most of those falls begin with small, ignored changes in balance and strength. Nearly half of long-term nursing home admissions begin after a fall. Not because people wanted to leave home, but because recovery became harder than expected. After one serious fall, many older adults reduce their activity permanently. Even if they physically recover, confidence disappears faster than strength. But here's what matters. Most of these risks are preventable. Strength and balance can improve at any age. Small daily actions dramatically reduce those risks. The 5-minute routine we talked about isn't just exercise. It's protection. It's stability insurance. It's independence training. Frank didn't think his small balance issues mattered. He thought they were normal. Remember Frank? Let me tell you what happened next. Frank came back 6 months later. When he first came in, he needed help getting dressed. He was afraid of falling again. He had stopped driving. 6 months later, he walked into my office without holding the wall. He told me he was doing the 5-minute routine every morning. He wasn't running marathons. He was steady. He smiled and said, "I feel like myself again." He said, "I just wish I had started sooner." He told me, "I'm not afraid anymore." The difference between where Frank was and where he is now wasn't luck. It was daily consistency. Small actions, repeated. Aging doesn't automatically mean losing independence. Your body still adapts. Strength is not about age. It's about use. If this helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Stay steady. Stay strong. I'll see you in the next one. Aging isn't about slowing down. It's about adapting wisely. Your legs were designed to carry you for 100 years. Give them the strength to do it. Your body still responds to what you ask of it. Independence is built, not inherited. Strength after 70 is earned and completely possible. 5 minutes a day is an exercise. It's insurance. It's how you protect your freedom. It's how you stay in your own home longer. If this helped you, share it with someone you love. Someone in your life might need this reminder. Send this to a friend who wants to stay strong. Stay steady. Stay strong. Protect your independence. Small steps. Strong future.